YouTube!
However you may be and wherever you may be listening to, welcome to this edition of Hunting Kayla. It is Lovers
Cupid Day. Since love is in the air.
It
You
is.
smell that?
Since it is, we decided to make this edition how we met.
How we met.
How Cupid struck us in the butt. We got to lay the foundation.
This is a
of
long story, combination of a couple years.
Let's take you back to... So, Kayla and I live about 15 minutes apart where we grew up.
Not far.
But we never, ever knew each other. I went off to a school in North Carolina, which is the same place that her sister happened to go to. And I had some mutual friends and knew her sister.
And you knew my sister in high school.
Oh, yes.
But I didn't know him in high school.
I did not know her in high school. Oh.
My junior year of high school, I went and visited my sister. I went up for family weekend. I was out with my sister and she introduced Hunter and I, and she was like, oh my gosh, Hunter, you have to meet Kayla. And you know, we were all like...
And I was like, hard eyes.
And you were numb.
Oh, I did like any other guy did. I put my dancing shoes on.
Oh, the dancing shoes.
And I won her over in the story.
Not quite. Not quite at all.
That's exactly what happened.
So the next morning, I flew home. You know, we didn't think anything of it.
I did get her number.
Yes, you get her number, but we didn't text. We didn't talk. We didn't. Never texted me. It's fine. Anyway, so that was in the fall, end of the year. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm coming home. Do you want to, get some food?"
Okay, didn't sound like that.
And I was like, "No, sorry. Maybe later." And he's like,
No. You were like, "Yeah, I can, but I'm busy until Friday, and Friday was I was leaving."
Oh, that is right. I was like, "I can't today, but I can like on Friday." But he was leaving for the whole summer, right?
Yes.
Summer ball. So he was gone for the whole summer. So we're like, "Oh, it didn't work out. Whatever. No biggie." So 1 year later, fast forward. Whoop. Okay. So a year later, I'm up visiting my sister for her birthday. Yes. And we're celebrating your birthday. We're out and about, and who do I run into again?
Minding my own business. She's following me again.
Okay, I'm following you. But oddly enough, me and Hunter run into each other again, and we're like, oh my gosh.
Then I was like, okay, let's win her over. So I take her to cookout like any other reasonable guy would do. Boom, I won it. End of story. Now we're here.
Still not quite like that. Ice Cream was the best movie could have done. Either way, we went and got cookout. I had never got cookout before, and so he hyped it up super, oh my gosh,
and was it worth
cookout. Oh my, best milkshake I've ever had. So we pretty much sat and ate cookout and, just talked for the rest of the night. Next day, went back home, didn't think anything of it.
I did get your Snapchat during this time.
Yep, so
I was
first got the number, first got Snapchat. So making baby steps. A week or two later, happened to be fall break.
I was coming home.
Yes.
And I hit her up. I was like, hey, stick with the food agenda.
Yeah, he
You
knows
want some Chipotle?
Who says no to Chipotle?
And she said yes.
I said yes. It was actually, we were on two very different pages. We ended up at two very different Chipotles.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It took, I don't know how that happened. Yeah, we had a little Chipotle date. It was probably, hour long.
It was good.
It was good, but that was that,
She had something in her teeth, but I looked past it.
I did not. Oh. Whew. Okay.
So then that was it. No biggie. Still just chilling.
Just hanging out.
So we text every once in a while.
Very rarely.
And he had an athlete formal at my school. Oh, of course. I'll take the girl I have barely talked to and lives in Florida.
Very weird.
And so I was like, screw it. So I got my boys together and we came up with a really well-written text message. There was a lot that went into it, and some of the guys know it was tough, and it was a team effort, and I thank them for that.
Well, shout out to them.
Shout out to them. And so I sent the text message, and bam, bam, she said yes.
I got the text, and I was like, is he really asking me to fly for his athlete's formal? I was like, wow, this is really random.
And it just happened to work out. And so then she came up Thursday night.
Yes.
The dance was Friday night.
Yes.
She looked really, really good. I came to pick her up. She was wearing a red dress, and you looked really good.
Were you nervous?
No.
Are you lying?
Yes.
So then we went to dance, and it was seriously such a blast.
It was the best night ever.
It couldn't have been more perfect, I'm not gonna lie.
Again, the dancing shoes sealed the deal.
Yeah, we really, it was the moves, man, I'll tell you that.
I just remembered, that was really fun.
We danced a lot.
That was a lot. Then the next day I had a really nice day planned. We went hiking
Oh, and we found out how much we had in common with each other.
We really...
It was crazy.
It was nuts. At the time, I could say at that moment I was like, I started to like you.
Really? That was the moment?
Not like and not like, but just somewhere in between like.
Like,
Like,
little interest,
like,
a little love interest.
Like, You said it perfectly. Like,
I don't know how to take that.
And after that, we went to this really, really nice dinner. We got dressed up.
I was so nervous.
She looked really good again. She wore a really, 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 really nice black dress.
Really, really, really.
But you didn't eat anything.
I didn't eat anything. And I love my food. And
she didn't eat.
Before dessert, we could choose between a brownie,
sorbet, and
a
ice cream.
sorbet, and like some other thing. And I chose sorbet. I wanted the brownie in my heart. I was like, oh, sorbet is classy and low calorie.
Like 2 bites.
Like, I didn't finish anything. And now, later in the relationship, then you realize how much I ate. And anyways, I was super nervous.
But, so the Thursday before the dance, when I met her parents, she'd just gotten her wisdom teeth out. Major complications.
Major complications.
And I didn't notice it at the time, but her cheeks...
There's just one. So, first of all, I had bruising on my cheeks. Cover that up with makeup. But I got an infection on the left side of my face. I think it's left. And right here was swollen. So every time I smiled, my cheeks were like this. So.
But I didn't even really notice at the time. But looking back at pictures, you can notice it.
And also, I didn't know him very well. So I didn't know a buzz cut wasn't his normal haircut. But he had a buzz cut.
It wasn't my normal haircut. So what happened was I was going for the fresh fade. Alright? The fresh fade. And instead it turned out way too much like a buzz cut, and it was not a good look.
You know, I didn't think much of it at the time either, but looking back, oh, not our
best.
We were so about each other.
We were so about each other.
We looked past that, you know.
We looked into the heart.
Right into the heart.
Got you, bro.
Right past that buzz cut. So next day I flew home, and
Which was Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. So we had like a picture perfect weekend. Everything found a place, and then he came home like 2 weeks later for Christmas break. So it was super cool. It was like.
So we picked up right where we left off.
Yeah, it didn't take much, and then over Christmas break we hung out a lot. You know.
Oh, and for Christmas, guess what I got her? An apple pie.
It was one of the best presents I've ever gotten.
It was solid because like I was
backstory about this apple pie. Like the first date that I went on with Hunter, my sister thought it was funny to tell the story. Actually, I get hangry. I'll say it. I'll admit it.
It's serious.
I struggle with it. I get really hangry if I don't have food and my stomach's growling. Everybody knows it. So my sister decided to freak Hunter out and saying like, oh, like she gets hangry, like
scary hangry.
Like she handed him.
She wasn't lying.
A mini apple pie and was like, if she gets moody, like just tell her to eat this and she'll be fine. He was freaked out. He was like, who is this girl?
I was waiting for you to explode. Like I brought it everywhere I went.
He literally held the apple pie in his pocket, and I had no idea about this until later
you got
on.
hangry, I gave it to you.
Okay, no, that never happened because I wasn't gonna get hangry in front of you on like our first date. Anyways, super embarrassing when I found out, and so it was fine.
So then I got a really, really big one for Christmas.
Like this big. It was
because we were the awkward stage where we weren't dating, so I didn't know whether to like get you something or not get you something.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you give me something? But why did you give me something? Blah, blah, blah. So I went cool.
No, that was a great decision. Very
and I
good.
went apple pie.
Good on your part. He's about to leave back to college at the end of Christmas break, and I was like, we're at that weird point. We've been hanging out for like a month and a half now. Like, is he gonna bring anything up?
And I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything.
So I was like, all right.
So
I'll do it.
She brought it up.
I brought it up. My heart was pounding, man. I was like, oh shoot. But I put the pants on.
So she put the big boy pants on and was like, so what are we? We're gonna keep doing that?
And he was like, I mean, yeah, if you want to.
And so I was like, yeah, sure, man.
You were not that cool about it. You were not that cool about it.
I was like, sure, bro.
You were like, do you want to? And I was like, I mean, yeah. And you're like, me too.
What? None of that.
It was true. A little more like that.
But we decided to keep talking and just kind of see where things took us. And she came up end of February 28th exactly.
Coming up.
And I was like, okay, well, I think I need to ask her out because it went from to like really, really fast.
Real fast.
And so I got really, really nervous. And so we were hanging out and she was just about to leave. And I was like, so we need to talk.
Who starts asking a girl out like that? I don't know.
You gotta keep her on her toes. So I was like, let's talk. I was like, so, and I kind of like fluttered around this subject, and I was like,
I thought he was breaking up with me. I thought he was ending it. I was like, I did not just come up here.
It was pretty rude.
Spend my weekend watching his baseball games.
It was pretty rude on my part, and so, anyways, I was like, so do you want to like maybe be boyfriend girlfriend?
He did say that. And we've been long distance for 2.5 years after that.
And the rest is history.
Weird thing about this whole relationship though is he had actually been to my house in high school before.
Her sister was having a little get together, and so I went over there, and Kayla happened to be there with her group of friends, and I actually got introduced to Kayla. This was like I was like a freshman year of college, and I was like, oh hey, I'm Hunter and Kayla.
I did not do it like that.
And then that was it, and I did not think anything about it. I was like,
I have no idea who he was. I don't even remember him being there.
I don't remember. I remember meeting you, but that was it.
I don't even remember meeting you. Fast forward 3 years after that, and we're dating. You never know, man.
You never know when you might meet the girl you like. So that's our story.
That's our love story.
3 years later, we're still kicking.
Took about 1.5 years to get the ball rolling, but here we are.
So anyways, I hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe. To like. And happy Valentine's Day.
Hope you and your significant other or yourself.
Or your Galentine's Day.
Galentine's Day. Big fan of Galentine's Day.
You will not be judged how much chocolate you buy.
Whatever you do, buy the chocolate the next day because it's cheaper.